evening, this is Jeremy Goldcorn reporting to you from Lan Kwai Fong in Hong Kong on a rainy night, from in front of a brick wall, where tomorrow we are going to investigate some of the literary history of Hong Kong with ESWN or Roland Soong. Behind me you can see some typical symbols usually associated with Hong Kong culture: drinking, girls and money. But today we're going to be looking for a different side of Hong Kong culture, and helping us is going to be Roland Soong. Hi Roland.
Hi.
Roland is the famous blogger behind ESWN, and he's going to be taking us on a literary tour of a kind through the island. Roland is taking us around the island to see if Hong Kong is in fact a cultural desert or not.
A cultural desert, but it can't be totally barren. So Hong Kong is probably looking for something that it might consider as a cultural icon. Now, it happens that the great Chinese writer Eileen Chang once studied in Hong Kong, and she also worked here at a couple of different points in time. So Hong Kong would probably like to consider Eileen Chang as one of their daughters.
So Roland, I have the impression that Eileen Chang is actually a Shanghainese writer. What is her connection to Hong Kong?
Among Eileen Chang's work, there is a famous short story titled Love in a Fallen City. It is set in Hong Kong. It's a story about a man and a woman. The woman is divorced and the man is a very eligible bachelor. So this is a asymmetric power relationship, and the mystery is she going to get him or vice versa, or not at all.
So what happens? What happens to the two of them?
As the story moved along, it looked like he was maybe not really interested in her, but then something happened. It was in December of 1941. The two of them were right on this beach, Repulse Bay, and then the Japanese army rode in from the sea right after the Pearl Harbor attack to invade Hong Kong.
And it was this beach that they came in?
Yes, and this is where the landing crafts were coming from. So in a time of war, the two were forced to be close together under great stress, and at one moment in time, he looked at her, and in a moment of epiphany, I guess he decided, this is the woman I love. And that was the happy ending.
So Roland, can you give us a little bit more flavor of why Love in a Fallen City is connected with Repulse Bay?
Okay, I can read you a paragraph from Love in a Fallen City. So at one point the couple were having tea at the Repulse Bay Hotel, and they went out and took a walk. So I'll read here for you. A little ways past the Repulse Bay Hotel, there was a great brick retaining wall. So he leaned against the wall and she leaned against the wall, and they looked at each other. The wall was cool and rough, the color of death. So he said, I don't know why, but this wall makes me think of the old sayings about the end of the world. Someday, when human civilization has been completely destroyed, when everything is burnt, burst, utterly collapsed and ruined, maybe this wall will still be there. If at that time we can meet at this wall, then maybe you can tell me that you will honestly care about me, and I will say that I will honestly care about you.
You're doing simultaneous translation, are you? Reading from Chinese and talking in English?
This is TV, so don't believe in everything you see on TV.
I mean, do you think this is the original building, right?
This is definitely the original building, but obviously what is behind it wasn't there in 1941.
And it's no longer a hotel now, this building?
Yes, it's a real estate property worth gazillions of dollars.
So, should we go look for the wall?
Yes, I mean, this is the most famous wall in the entire cultural history of Hong Kong. We gotta go look for it. So Let's go.
So here we are, we've found the wall, as you can see behind us, but if we'd actually walked here from the hotel, it would have taken us 2 or 3 hours. So Roland, why do you think this is the wall in question?
I will quote from you from the mainland Chinese scholar Lu Ping. He wrote an essay in the South China Morning Post, and let me quote, "Since I arrived, I have been hunting for a particular greystone wall. It appears in Eileen Chang's short story, Love in a Fallen City. It is not in Repulse Bay, as in the story. So where is it? Could it be that some gale force winds have blown it from Repulse Bay to Lan Kwai Fong?" But it doesn't really matter. To Lu Ping, the important thing is this: to outlast heaven and earth, even when what lasts is but a wall. Standing beneath that wall, I let my fantasy enclose me in rapture.
So in some senses, this wall encapsulates the two contrasting cultures of Hong Kong. On the one hand, you have the wall as a piece of Hong Kong and China's literary heritage. On the other hand, the wall is in the middle of Lan Kwai Fong, where, if you can imagine, on a Friday night, the street is thronged by hundreds, if not thousands, of revelers, mostly expatriate, indulging in their own kind of fantasies and enjoying rapturous experiences after a few too many drinks. I'm Jeremy Goldcorn with Roland Soong for Danwei TV in Hong Kong. Let's get some hot chicks, yeah?